The thing here is no longer the headmaster. His half-closed eyes are dull and cloudy. And that, I was wondering about it as well. That thing on his desk, some sort of control panel? Whatever it is, it's suspicious. You mean to say that you know the truth already? Well, who knows? If you do, tell me. I told you. You need only keep going. Everything here is a plot that was laid out just for you, after all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to JonathanIsBadAtGames, where today we're continuing our route through Bad Boys Love, I think is what it's called, BBL, or Hurtful Boyfriend, as the case may be. We've just finished the third class where we found out that they are shooting birds that fly up through the hatch as soon as they exit, which is very disturbing because they're students, but I think it's funny that the students don't seem to be too alarmed by the shooting of other birds. Anyway, so that's what's going on now. They got out of the dome, the sky was clear, a student flew up through the hatch, and they were shot down. And that's about where that is. I've been getting a little sore-throated, so I made myself some tea. And I'm gonna try to sip at. John Coombs' corpse delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation and then turning up dead. The gray dome enclosing the school. The scarecrow appearing for no reason in the sealed-off building. And now, the students shot dead if they try to escape. Certainly is a distressing situation to be in. This steam is coming off this. It's really hot. I don't know that I want to put this in my mouth, but I need it on my throat. That's what she said. I'm going to give it a while to cool off. I'm going to push on a little bit more, I think. I know you're supposed to drink tea hot, and I'm a filthy degenerate for not doing so, but whatever. What is going on outside? How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stopped him. There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we figured out what to do. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance at escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Well, thanks for pointing out the obvious there, Ryota. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. 1 might have that file open. Very well. I'm gonna try to take a sip of it. It's got honey in it, so it's supposed to be good for... God, but it's really hot. The mug is really hot. Not too hot to touch, I guess. Okay, a little hot to touch. Yeah, that's intimidatingly hot. I'm gonna hold off on it a little bit longer. Sticking to my table awkwardly, though. We return to the maintenance office and explain what outside to Mr. 1. I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit. Our worst predictions? Do you know something? We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one. I've been wondering for a while. Mr. 1, are you really just a maintenance worker? An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time to introduce myself properly. Oh, not me. I wasn't important. Leon JB. I am Le1 JB. One of the great soaring wings of the Dove Party. S-Class Agent, pleased to meet you. The Dove Party? He looks like a cockatiel to me. I have heard of this Dove Party, the secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct? You are well informed, youngin'. It's a noble's duty to be well informed. I feel like I must have missed something. There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believes we should exterminate them. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with the humans were over. Do you really believe that everyone just decided to live happily together? Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, so the hawks and doves have come to the fore. We discovered the hawk activity at this school, so I was dispatched to investigate, and what we feared would happen has happened. Wait a minute. Are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with St. Pigeonations? Oh god, my nose itches. It seems hard to believe. This school is known for tolerant policies towards humans. It even welcomed Athons. Did I put an A there? Athon as a representative. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are a growing number of Hawk Party's operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions. Oh, you got it open. Thank you. That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside. The human representative. To help humans and birds advance hand and feather towards a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school starting in the year 2187. They will be the human representative. The pandemic that has long since ended, They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatera influenza when making our selection. We will pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to the Sumatera influenza. The human representative. This is talking about Othen, no matter how we look at it. 2187, that's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession, to wit, a hostage for birds. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all the birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after the school is after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If John Kuhn is to die? So her death was connected to the dome after all, and the important part is this final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to John Kuhn, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem. They trap us in here to give us to the humans. My teeth are weird. So it would seem. They trap us in here to give the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits on the outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous. It's not humorous at all. So this was the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think that this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start. Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, this school's public stance is very liberal on human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ishoju Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I have investigated the history of St. Pigeonations extensively, and I can confirm that this was founded in the ideal of coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system, like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real. It's kind of hard to take all this in at once. Just to make sure, for 12 hours the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge, and then, when the dome opens, They will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin. That student who got shot when he flew out the hatch, there are already humans waiting out there with guns. She was discovered this morning, and the dome was raised soon after, so the time is not from when she died, but from when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, it was right at the start of the second period, around 10 o'clock. And so we have until 10 p.m. before we're all killed. You seem awfully calm, Sequoia, even after watching somebody get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's going on. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decided to tangle with a labelle. What time is it, Mr. Leon? Just past 2. We have only 8 hours then. 8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation. You are very decisive, Sequoia. I'm glad you're here. Humph. Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not, I mean it. That's an interesting turn of events. We found the connection between John-kun's death and the dome. There's clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. I don't want to die at all, but thanks for that, Ryota. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time. You are a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees. Don't miss the forest for the trees? Sequoia, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful? What's that? I don't know. That's what it says on here. The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate. I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. That's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though. Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled Hurtful. Whoa, it is. I thought Hatoful just meant heartful. I suspect that we will find many of the things to come quite hurtful. Right. It was probably something important, given that it was in the locked file. Indeed. I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history. The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Othen died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape. Which means that maybe he had a guarantee for safety himself? I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something of use in the records. Right. Let's go look at the school documents then. I'm not the only Dove agent in this school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen. Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Mr. Leon said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? A little too hot just yet, I think. Yeah, still a little warm. Mr. Leon, I can't drink it. I can't drink it. Not that you guys care. Mr. Leon said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office or the library, perhaps? We already looked in the headmaster's office. Did you see anything at the school records or... Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. And the mystery we have left to solve is... The blood-stained stranger... Okosan going to the infirmary yesterday. You did today? Exactly. What was the headmaster... What with the headmaster dying, an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all. I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow. We don't know where he came from. He appeared along with the dome, and no doubt is connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I'm sure his origins will become clear, and Othan's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. That's that decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history, and we'll look for that bird. It probably doesn't matter, but which should we do first? Let's go look for the bird. I'm curious. I have a feeling that it's going to be Anghel because he's the only blood-stained guy I know. The blood-stained bird, Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason, don't I know somebody like that? Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya is still in here. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what he says is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya. Salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah, unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said he saw a blood-stained stranger going into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope, sorry. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes, no. As you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said the bird was going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sequoia. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger, then that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. Is my tongue swelling? It feels like I'm talking too much. It feels like the library. I wonder if Nagake's at the gym yet. Nagake? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind? An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library is a little ways away from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over little things in a time like this, is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just anybody can look at them. They're probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search. Right. Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in a corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty encyclo... Huh? That's odd, there are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing, huh? That's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Pagination's history. It's not back here with the large volume, so maybe it's a smaller book? It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? Keep looking there and you'll never find them.
So you know where they are?
Yeah. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here, so it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things.
I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them?
By request. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get them by request. They're not kept out here.
Then where are they kept?
Behind the reception desk in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true.
Thank you, Nagake, really.
Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please, try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to him.
Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy.
No, Nagake was telling me where to find the...
There's no one here. Cease this bizarre monodrama. What is he talking about? Nagake is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sequoia, let's find out.
Can I ask you something, Nagake?
Yes.
Are you a hallucination?
If I was, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination.
Yeah, that's right.
It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am or maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet?
Nagake, do you know something about that?
Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nagake know about that? It wasn't just coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Request only books this shelf?
Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office.
Chronology of Saint Pigeonations, this? Let's see. 2180, founding of the school, same. 2180, founding of the school, same year. Ishizo Kijitsu inaugurated as headmaster. 2810, much more recent than I had thought.
Only 8 years. I hadn't known either.
Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here?
Wait, Sequoia, look at this.
2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that?
I don't think so.
There was no mention of this in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else?
Right here.
Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nagake died in the basement where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nagake died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nagake I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sequoia couldn't see him, which means he's a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things. That's unscientific. To disbelieverness. We're betting our lives on this search, you know. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it.
But I think he knew something. If he's the same bird, he could be the key to solving this mystery.
So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but I couldn't find him. He's always found me rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. Where do we... the medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed, where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. The record book says the fire broke out... The record book says the fire broke out somewhere in the basement, and if the building was burned to the ground, it would have said so. So it should still be there then. Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings in the campus? Unused buildings? Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate, and it's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come, guide me there. This is it. It doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building. Yeah, it looks like the door's locked. Then we shall break it down. You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sequoia. What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here. But this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. It's awfully dusty in here. It has been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared out everything when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building. Did we come here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. Look, this door still has a sign on it. I guess this is the reference room. I do not relish the prospect of wandering around this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful, huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there is a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. It would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put into place, along with the human representative business, no doubt. It was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected to this medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library, too. A bunch of old encyclopedias. Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in a place of Volume 9, there's an extra copy of Volume 6. Look, this copy of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library, then? Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with the Volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of Volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's check the library. Provided it isn't a mere waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs into the basement? Apparently the fire that closed the building 5 years ago started in the basement. But we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at the wall. The wall. Looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant. What about it? Think back to the building's exterior. On the second floor, there shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind here. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later.
So there's stairs beyond here?
It seems likely. Isn't this a bit much cleanup for some fire?
We probably wouldn't be able to break this down.
If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again.
Yeah, let's head back.
Uh-oh. Did you hear something? Oh god, is it?
Yes.
Someone else broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window, fast. Run!
Yes.
Stop. It's here.
Wait.
Calm down, Kawara. It's small. So it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from Tutu?
I am the Crimson Fallen Angel Angel.
I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing in here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Funeris.
Who, me?
Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title.
It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came here, Angle, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back.
I'm not allowed rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Melodia Funeris. Undertaker.
Undertaker? If that's it, then, So the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Dujeka. Come.
Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel, has appeared. Angel uses Dark Void Shockwave. Ryota takes 24 damage. Oh god, what's happening? Ryota's turn.
Why?
Deathbringer sounds pretty advanced. Angel takes 60 damage. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles. Sequoia attacks. Ryota takes 260 damage. Ryota returns to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage. Angel is shaken.
Huh?
I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce.
What? He disrupted my territory?
I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. What? You, Luzon, what did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect.
I came here to do but one thing.
I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque.
I don't think it's just his dialect, Sequoia. The end is calling me. That is all. That is the cross I must bear.
He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away.
Maybe that basically means he's a thrill seeker?
So you are a moth allured by candle's light, Luzon?
No, I am stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory.
Ah, more crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That blood-stained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage look.
Oh.
What is it, Kawara?
Bloodstained chest. Sequoia, do you think maybe the bloodstained stranger San saw was...
Angel, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the Tree of Blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed Magician of the White, your anger now. It is the power of demon spores.
I think it's the power of you, Angel.
Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place of the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we may need to talk to you. Come. And so we left the medical center, Sequoia dragging Angel behind him. Oh boy.
This one! This is the bloodstained stranger Okosan saw!
That's that, then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless. The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Adel Blau did venture within. Adel Blau? Who is that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Adel Blau. She also goes by Othen Jonkun. Jonkun went into... What? Wait, if I went in there and... Why would Yuya lie? Yuya said nobody went in. Jonkun was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said no one came and nothing happened. They're lying. That's an interesting turn of events. But that is all the time we have for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for being bad with me. Remember that failure is not the worst thing that can happen, and go on with your bad selves. I will see you guys in the next episode. Stay awesome. Oh, that hit me. That hit me. Really badly. You're gonna mock me for being... Okay, time to go. Time to go. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. Why is that alive? I thought I killed it. Okay, so that's gone. Oh! No! Okay, you fucking... Fuck!